Hi. Oh, I've only got one glove on. The other glove's over there. Never mind. I only need one, really. Cheers, everybody. I hope you've got your craft ready. Hope you've got your drink, your snack, whatever it is you want to have by your side, your dog, your cat, your animal. Could be a tortoise, could be anything. Whatever you want by your side. If it's your husband, that's fine. If it's your wife, that's fine. Well, I haven't actually been out, Esther, today, but it's not raining. That's good. It's not raining. It's freezing cold. I've had to light the fire. It's absolutely freezing, but it's not raining and it's not snowing. So that's a good thing. Cheers, Mimi. Oh, I've got that silly thing that says activate your windows and it blocks people's. I'll get to you in a minute, Helen. I know you're there, but I can't read what you're saying because this stupid activate windows. Go to settings. And if I go to settings, it'll take me off YouTube. So I shall reply to you in a minute, Helen, when I can read what you're saying. Oh, it's annoying, isn't it, this? It's annoying. Oh, and how's everybody today? How's it? Oh, I've got little cowlicks behind my ears. How is everybody? I've got backache, but you don't want to know that, do you? I've got me coffee. What's more? What more can we wish for? Win the lottery? That could what we could wish for. A handsome young man, although in my case, no, not really. Not even a handsome woman. No, no. Oh, hi, Helen. I can see you now. I'm not doing so bad. Hi, Linda. Oh, what's the weather like where you are then? Because it's blooming cold here, but at least it's not raining. I've got to look on the bright side. At least it's not raining. Yeah, I finished my cardigan. My big, chunky, bright, whatever thing. Sewed the buttons on. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered going and looking if I had any buttons, so I lazily ordered them off at Amazon. I was sick of putting wooden buttons on because I only had wood, the cupboard behind me there. I just had some buttons in at the bottom there, and I only had wooden ones. You've just cast on an E. Linda's just cast on an E. Whatever it is, I'm sure she'll tell us later. It's not mild here at all, Linda. It is freezing. Yeah. Yeah, the snow didn't last long here at all, but it's absolutely freezing. I feel the cold. I'm getting old. I really do. Oh, a toddler Aaron you're casting on. Linda is casting on a toddler Aaron, not an E. Yeah. Hi, Craftnitso. Hello. Sunny and warm enough to melt most of the snow. Well, at least it is melting your snow. It didn't stay long here. Never does. It's the salt in the sea air. It's not that it's warm, it's the salt in the sea air. Yeah. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Right, do I have to remind everybody? Thumbs, please. Thumbs, please. Well, I hate to brag. No, I don't hate to brag. I love to brag. I've only got one work in progress. I'm down to one. Hey, Enid. How many other people have got one? I don't think it's the first time in my life I've ever had one. Yeah, one. It's just an ordinary shawl. It's not one of the wide neck ones, just an ordinary one. Yeah. -9. It's, oh, I don't know what it is. You said what it was before, but it's gone off now. You've got 3. Good on you. I hate people who say they've got 14 or something. I think it's just silly. Just my opinion, just me thinking it's silly. You know, how can you... No, I've never had just one. I've always had two. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm losing me thread. You've got three as well, Linda. I don't understand these people who sit on the videos and opening bag after bag after bag, and they're like, these are my socks, these are the... Oh, I haven't touched these in a few months. Oh, I haven't done them. I'm like, why? Either finish them or frog them. Do something. Don't keep leaving them in a bag. It's just wasteful. Yeah, but I bet you've not got about 14, have you, Mimi? You know, the ones that open bags and they've never touched them for months on end, and I don't know why they do. Why they bother? Why don't they just undo them, unravel them? I've done. You know, they're not going to do them, are they? If they've waited that long, they're not going to do them. And how many cross stitches have you got, Enid? No, I don't like having too many. It just distracts me. Once it goes in a bag, it might as well get forgotten. As far as I'm concerned, with me anyway. Once it hits a project bag, that's it. Finished, finito. End of. Don't even know what I'm doing. Reach it out. Don't know where the pattern is. Don't know where I'm up to. End of story. Forget it. Undo it. That's just the way it is. At least I'm keeping some old dear warm now that Star was cut. Well, it wasn't Star. Well, it was, wasn't it? Hello, Dolly. Oh, that's a song, isn't it? Hello, Dolly. I'm in a silly mood today. In a silly mood. Trying to distract myself. I've got a bad stomach. We won't talk about that. Oh, I've got a date. Not a date. I've got a date for the injection in my hand next Thursday. I think it's next Thursday, 23rd. Yeah. 9 o'clock in the morning. Why do they think us oldies get up early? I'm not looking forward to having jabbing a needle in my hand. Oh, no. Oh, I'm glad you finished a 10-year. Oh, dear. No, I haven't done any crafting today. Oh, I sewed some buttons on the cardigan. That's all I've done today. I read the end of my book. Didn't barn it. Because my roots were looking a touch dark, so I had to do them. I can't be coping with dark roots. Yeah, what else have I done? Hello, Sean. Sean's finished a work in progress. She put it on our page. Woohoo! Woohoo! Legacy works in progress. I'm not leaving any for anybody because they'll just get thrown. If I know I'm on my way out, I want to finish all of mine. You know what I mean? No point leaving it for anybody in my family. It would never get finished. I'll have to make a memo to myself. If you feel like you're going to die, Janet, finish your works in progress. I had a hiatus where I didn't do anything for a while. You remember that? I just couldn't get on with anything. I don't know what kick-started me. You do get something that catches your interest, doesn't it? You know, when you've been months and you've not actually done anything and you think, that's it, I don't want to knit, don't want to crochet, don't want to do anything. I'll read. And then all of a sudden something kind of triggers your brain again and you think, I can do that. I'm just using up my bits. I'm sick of seeing these part balls and half balls and bits, and I've got my part balls down to little teeny weeny balls now. Did you see Amora's video? Aldi, I've got wool in. I won't be going because I'm not buying any. But she did say it was pretty unimpressive, if that's a word. Well, she was unimpressed, let's say. I've never had much success with Aldi yarn, to be truthful. I really haven't. Dee, 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 dee. Why am I singing Dashing Through the Snow? 25-year-old music CD. You don't have any means of playing. Well, what did you buy it for? Was it an impulse? Now, I'm trying to use up. I've got way too much. But the thing is, you see something. You know, I went past Naked Sheep the other day and she had this lovely sweater and crocheted sweater thing in the window. Crocheted, well, Bolleroy thing it was. And I'm like, ooh. But when I looked, it was done in that fluffy stuff. I call it like teddy bear yarn, blanket yarn. I thought, you know, I'm not exactly twiggy. And when you're wearing anything that's a bit big and thick, it makes you look even bigger. I don't subscribe to this, wear a tent and you look thinner. No, it doesn't work. Wear a tent, you look huge, yeah. Oh, my stash is out of control. Yeah, well, I hope you get to play, you know, I hope you do. I've not really bought much since I've moved here, but it's still ridiculous, my stash. When you consider how old I am and how quick I crochet or knit, I need a lot more years to live. I'd have to live to my hundreds, I think, to even work through the stash I've got without buying any more. But like you say, you go past the Naked Sheep and you think, oh, that's nice. Pretty, pretty shiny. You know, that's why I won't go and look in oldie, because I might just see something I like. Although looking at Amora's video, I don't think I will, no. She didn't show me anything that I couldn't do without, if you know what I mean. You're not doing any commenting on your stash. Yes, but you've got a heck of a lot more years to use it in than I do. Unless, of course, you keep adding to it, which I'm trying not to do. Hence why I'm doing all these blanket things. Well, not blankets. Can't abide blankets. I mean, I really do love those blankets done by Janie Crow. You know, Janie Crowfoot. But I haven't got the patience. You know, like 7 colours in one little square. You know, oh, I haven't got the patience for that. Hello, Lydia. Yeah, I'm addicted to buying as well, Mimi. That's my trouble. I've had to stop myself because, you know, I'd spend everything. Yeah, I'm on a self-imposed yarn ban, unless it's for something that I absolutely need. Hi, Munchkin. Yeah, my craft group's got too much yarn anyway. You're early today, I know. Did somebody wake you up, Lydia? Yeah, I'm a bit like you, Denise. I will say I usually have two. I usually have a knitting and a crochet on the go at once, yeah. No, I wasn't keen, Linda, on anything that they had in Aldi when I watched, Amora's video, yeah, yeah. No, it's the same with me. If I put it in a bag, I might as well just give up, Denise. Once it gets in a project bag, that's it. Unless it's going to knit club and I put it in a project bag to come with me, that's different. But if it goes in a project bag and goes in a drawer or a cupboard, might as well forget it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you got enough cross stitch to get on with for a while, Enid. Yeah, you started buying purple. Well, at least she'll smell nice. Oh, it's 1:15, Lydia. You going shopping? Excuse me. Hello. Thank you. Thumbs up, everybody. Thank you for reminding everybody. It wasn't me saying excuse me, by the way. It was excuse me coming into the channel. Yeah. Well, I've always been a bit of an idiot all my life, so why should I change anything now? Yeah. You still got the Mirabelle Winter Queen from 1990. I think you need to finish it, don't you, Dolly? Or have you given it up as a bad job? Good, good. I'm glad you've done your thumbs up, Dolly. Everything helps. Everything helps. As the people say, like and subscribe and stick your thumb in the air. You've not even started. Well, you can always sell it. Sell it to Enid. You'd be all right there. Enid will buy it. Yeah, I was listening to short story when I fell asleep. You can't sell it, you're invested in it. It's your inheritance, is it, Dolly? I'm the same, Denise. I forget about it. I don't know how they do it, people with more than a few whips. I can understand people having a couple or two or three, but I know, yeah, I get a buzz out of starting something new, but you can't keep on. Well, that's my trouble, maybe. I should sell some of my stash, but, I really don't. It's too much faffing about, listing it, sticking it on eBay, having to go to the post office, post it off. Too much of a faff. Oh, I know, loose ends. What I'm doing with this is I'm doing like a double. I'm going to cut them shorter and then I do a double hem thing. And then I bend it over and stitch it down. I can't be bothered stitching all these ends in. Some old dear, it'll keep 'em warm, says me. It's probably older than the old dears, yeah. But you know what I mean. I've got, this will be my third one to donate. I was hoping to get to about 6 before I tried to donate them, yeah. My aim this year is to paint that flipping doll's house. I've got all the furniture in a box, yeah. Oh gosh. My family to probably finish up and down the tip. I've told them to, get in touch with all of my yarny friends first and, all the books I've got and everything I've got. I don't want them throwing it down the tip. I'll have to come back and haunt them, won't I? Ooh, ooh. La 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 la. That's that done. God, this desk, it's a big enough desk, but there's never any room on it. I've never really been that excited about it, Aldi wool. It's never really, ooh, must get some of that. I mean, it's a decent enough price if you're on a budget, but you know, there's other shops. I mean, the market, Bury Market, Naked Sheep, they sell it all cheaper. Wool Warehouse. I hear Joann's gone into liquidation if you're in America. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Aldi yarn if it's the colours you want and if it's the kind of yarn you want. But there was nothing that when I saw her on her video, there was nothing that I'm like, whoa, whoa, now that looks nice. I must rush to Aldi and get that. Oh, oh. It's a good start, isn't it? What? 9:25 and I'm yawning already. Chris isn't here yet. Well, if he is, he's lurking here. I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen Nathan either. Yeah, I watch a lady called Passionate Kelsey, and she uses Juicy Couture. She makes scrunchies and sells them for a fortune in that like sort of chenille type yarn. And Juicy Couture, whatever that is, or Couture, is Joanne's own brand. So, you know, she's saying, like, ooh, if that goes, what will I make the scrunchies of, yeah? She's tried other brands of scrunchie, you know, whatever, chenille yarn, and although she calls it Chanel, but it's chenille. Loads of people call it Chanel wool. I don't know why. Drop me ball. Yeah, somebody put a picture on of the aisle where all the tapestry threads were and everything. Chenille it is. They call it. She calls it Chanel, but it's chenille. You know, the furry stuff. Oh, I hate it when we ball the wool goes underneath the desk. But lots of people call it Chanel wool. It's chenille. No, I didn't, Dolly. I didn't see that one. It doesn't affect us Brits because we don't have a Joann's. We probably couldn't get any stuff from Joanne if we tried. You know, with all the blinking postage and taxes and Lord knows what. I mean, lots of people who do giveaways have, you know, said, we're not responsible if you for any taxes you might have to pay. I got stung once for taxes for my yarn. £76 the taxman wanted. I thought I should have just said don't bother. The old ice yarn wasn't worth it that much. Oh, Lydia, I wish they did pay me. I'll never be rich. I'll never be rich. Never be one of the superstars. You never say, you never hear me say, "Oh, I'll have to tell the taxman I've exceeded my limit." You'll never hear me say that. The taxman will never chase me for any of my earnings because I don't earn them. I know the adverts are flipping annoying, Liddy, but there's nothing I can do. You can't take them off. You know, if you've had 3 ads already, I would want some, at least, they don't even pay you a penny an ad or anything. These people who get hundreds of pounds, you know, sent to them every month, they must have one heck of a lot of subscribers and one heck of a lot of views. Oh, Sheila's always having a moan. Sorry, Sheila, if you're watching. She's always having a whinge about something, isn't she? They all charge charges, no matter how they get around to it. Nobody's going to sell you stuff for free. Oh, don't tell G you're having a day off tomorrow. He'll have you on a bus. We don't have a lot of choice here. We've got the market stall. It's very good, very cheap for basic yarn. I've got the naked sheep that does. She does the cheaper yarn, the Pato and that, and then she also does the more expensive. I think she stocks Thurdar and a few other places. But you know, the hobbycraft is too far away for me. Oh, I used to hang around with a crowd that were all hand dyed, but they only ever made socks or a hat. They never made anything bigger. They were all quite slow knitters, so probably a skein of hand dyed would last them for weeks. Whereas you know what it's like when you crochet. A skein of hand dyed would last you an evening if you were lucky, wouldn't it? You know. I can't be doing it. We've had this discussion before. I can't be doing with yarn, hook, needle snobs. Can't do with them. Get on my nerves. Amora found a lovely hobbycraft that was much better stock than anything. I only ever went to one. I think I went to one in Bury. I think it was in Bury. Was it Bolton? That was the nearest one to me when I lived in Prestwich. But now I think the nearest one's the other side of Blackpool. I wouldn't go especially. If I was passing by it, I might say, I'll pop in. But I wouldn't say, oh, please take me to Hobbycraft. I need to go. Yeah, my wrist's sore, but it's from that flipping operation. I've got that lump. That's why I'm wearing this stupid thing. But I've got to go for my injection next Thursday. Ooh, 9:10 past 9. Take me an hour to get up there. We have a lot of yarn shows, yeah, Mimi, but they're not near me usually. I'd have to get transport to get to them. There's one in Blackpool, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah, Abercarn. I used to go to the one in Manchester. It wasn't that big actually for wool. I believe the one in Wales is good as well. Yeah, our yarn shows, a lot of them are quite small. But I can't get to them with not having any transport. I mean, at one time, one of the wool shops that used to be here, she's closed down now. She used to organise a coach, to take us to these. But the last one I'd gone to, a craft and whatever, there was that much cross stitch, 5D painting, whatever else, and hardly any of the wool. It's only when you go to the hand-dyed wool ones, and then they're all expensive. You're talking 20, £30 a skein, out of my price range. Yeah, the Manchester one doesn't do a whole lot of wool. I don't think it does the Abercarn. Hi, Shad. It's all wooden flowers today. All wooden flowers with beads in the middle. Wooden flowers. It came from Poland or Hungary. I bought it on eBay, but it wasn't second hand. It came from one of the, those countries. It wasn't Russia. It was either Czechoslovakia, whatever, Poland. It was somewhere in that region. I'm very bad with where things come from. There used to be a lovely wool shop in Blackpool called Lolly's Little Wool Shack. But just as I moved here, it closed down. I've not heard anything further from Trev. He said he'd let me know when he felt better, but obviously he hasn't felt better, has he? We've still got no Chris on yet, and we've not got any Nathan. Even Mrs. Johnson's Emporium's closed down now, hasn't it, in Blackpool? It's no wonder we have to go online, is it? I prefer to go in, and see and give it a squish, see if it's soft. When you're ordering online, you can't tell if it's scratchy or anything. I mean, that jacket I've just finished, that what I call my Harry Styles one. I bought that. It was recycled cotton. I bought it off eBay, and when it came, it's rough and it splits like mad. I was saying a few choice swear words while I was knitting, crocheting that. Yeah, we don't. This is our first festival that's near here. Usually they're either in Yorkshire or down south or somewhere. I used to like going to the one at Cockermouth, but they don't do that anymore. And I believe the Edinburgh one's not being held anymore. Not that I could get up there, but you know, I like to dream. I need a like-minded friend who likes to do things like that, even though we may not buy anything, doesn't mind taking me while we browse, yeah? But I haven't got one. Yeah, stash gets large when you order online because you always order an extra one, don't you, just in case. You know, I might need another one. Just that's why I've got all these odd balls here. Because when I'm making anything, I order another one just in case, yeah? It's like people who buy wool from Shein and that dreaded T word. If you don't buy enough at the one time, you can't get it again. They just don't do it anymore. They're like all one-offs and that. That's why I always buy one extra and finish up with one left over. Oh dear. just like going for the atmosphere. Hi, Val. I'm making another scrappy shawl. That's what I'm doing, Val. Trying to use up my bits and bobs. Did you hear from Alice, Val? One of our knit club ladies was 93 yesterday. I didn't know her address, so I couldn't send her a card. So we sent her an online message, but I don't know whether she's seen it yet. I see Jeanette's bought the kit or the stuff to make a jacket for Eric the polar bear. I'd love to be able to make things like that back. I'm useless when it comes to sewing, especially sewing by hand. As my mother used to say, sew it nicely, don't dog stitch it, yeah. She's gone out for a meal, oh, that's nice. She broke her hip last year, did Alice, and she's doing very well. Tell you, if I broke my hip last year, I'd still be laying there on the couch doing my... But no, she's still bobbing about with a walking stick. Have we heard any more about buying tickets for that show at Blackpool yet, Val? I don't want to buy a ticket for Saturday and find out that everybody else is going on Sunday. I don't think anybody's decided, have they? I know we can pay at the door, but if you pay at the door, you can't go in till 11 o'clock. Whereas if you buy a ticket online, you can go in at 10. Yeah. They must be on sale by now, Val. Don't want to miss it. My one and only wool show that I can actually get to. Oh, I hate flat pack and stuff you have to put together. I used to order things when I lived on my own. And hello, Katie. I used to order things when I was living on my own, like bookcases and stuff. And then when they come, oh, it was like, Tony, because I live next door to Tony. He phoned me the other day, his mum's died, bless. But she had dementia, actually. She didn't know him. But it's still sad, isn't it? He went to his late partner's father's funeral last week, was it? The week before. And now he's got his own mum's to plan for. That's the season, isn't it? Cold weather finishes a lot of people off who are ill, yeah. Yeah, have you checked with Lindsay? Because I don't want to go one day and everybody else is going on another day. You can get a ticket for both days, but, I don't want to go 2 days on the run. I can't see it being that big. It's in a hotel in Blackpool, so I can't see it being that big of a show. Oh, I bet they charge a bomb to put it together for you. I know IKEA do. What happened to the stuff when you went and have that and it used to come like that? It didn't come in bits, like matchsticks in a box. It's all cheapness, isn't it? I looked at something online the other day and it was beautiful. And I thought, oh, if I had room, I'd have that. And then I looked and it was £100 for the the packing and the postage and to get it delivered. And I'm thinking, £100? Where's it coming from? The moon. I mean, I wasn't going to buy it anyway, but I wouldn't have bought it with £100 delivery. Woo, 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 woo. Too much, too much. Whoa. Your PS4, what's that, a gaming thing? I'm not well up with anything to do with games. I've just drunk my coffee. I'll have to get one of my cans now. Oh, delivery on, I mean, IKEA. Oh, loving it. Which show am I going to? There's one in Blackpool in February. I've forgotten the dates. I did know and I've forgotten. It's a game. Oh, I'm no good with games. So I can't play games to save myself. I never could do that. Was it Pac-Man? I couldn't do that, so I'll be useless with the new ones. My friend was saying the other day she put one of those things on, you look at things, and she said, "Whoa." Her son says to her, "Why are you staring at the carpet, Mum?" She said, "I'm not. I'm watching something." He went, "No, you're staring at the carpet." Oops. Yeah, IKEA charges about £70, I think, to deliver anything. I don't know whether they charge £70 if you were having a whole van load, whether they'd still charge, the set fee, if you were sort of setting up home and ordering a sofa and, all the stuff. But if you're only ordering a Kallax, it's hardly worth it, is it? And our IKEA is miles away here. There's a lot of lovely wool shows, but they're all, with not having a car, it's like, I don't even think about it. And there's not enough of us that go to hire a minibus or anything like that. If you belong to a big knit club, there's quite a lot of people that are interested in going. You could go along on hire a coach or something. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, IKEA's 40 quid, yeah, but if you're only buying one Kallax shell, it's a bit much, isn't it? I'd love Kallaxes in my shed. Instead of my little plastic shelving, I'd love it. I think it looks, it looks much nicer, doesn't it, in Kallax, yeah. Oh, yeah, see, that's different. Do you deliver? No, just chicken and fish. Yeah, I know. That's Peter Kay, yeah. IKEA's got free delivery. Yarndale. I've been to Yarndale once, I think, yeah. But again, I got taken. I've got a small mobility scooter, so I have to get fairly close to where I'm going. If the tram station or the train station or the bus station isn't right next to it, I can't get there. Because my little scooter's all right, but it doesn't have bounce you about. It's kind of got no suspension, if you know what I mean. It's like, which doesn't do my poor little back any good at all. It crumbles what bit I've got left into even smaller pieces. Mm. Oh God, that is cheap. I think we have to pay about £40 to have anything delivered from IKEA. Well, as I said, if you were ordering a three-piece suite and some Kallax and everything else, it'd probably still only be 40 quid. But if you're ordering one Kallax, you don't want to pay 40 quid, do you? And it's quite a distance from me, IKEA. It's not like it's round the corner. I don't like asking people for take me here, there, and everywhere. I just tend to do without or go to other places, yeah. Oh, crafting it so, you are not invisible. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I don't mean to, I don't. It's just if I put my head down like that and somebody puts a comment up and I look up, I miss it. I never deliberately blank anybody. I'm sorry if you felt like we did. Did you put a question that I didn't see? Is that what it is? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I am approachable, dear. Just say oi. Answer me if you want to know anything. I am not infallible. I'm not invincible either. Wish I was something. Oh, he's 6 minutes. Oh, God, ours is about an hour's ride away. La 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 la. Tra la 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 la. I'm just putting colours together. I don't care if they don't match. I should not call this my scrappy shawl. I should call it my clashing shawl. Oh, I don't bite. No, I might suck you hard, but I don't bite. Well, I better rephrase that. Might be some men in the room. 15th and 16th of Feb, £6 for one day, £8 for 2 days. £20 to include afternoon tea. But is that just for the one day? You can't get 2 afternoon teas for 20 quid. I wouldn't imagine you can. You'd probably have to state which day you're going, wouldn't you? We'll have to find out, have a powwow and see what day everybody's planning on going. It's no good some of us going on the 15th and some of us going on the 16th and never the twain shall meet, you know. I mean, I don't mind paying for the 2 day ticket, but I don't want to go 2 days, really. I think once you've been round once, you've seen it all, haven't you? Hi, Sina. You know, much as I like going round, I think one day's enough. I'm hoping to see if Crafty Cleggs. She said she's going, but I don't know whether she's going and having a stall, Jeanette from Crafty Cleggs, or whether she's just going as a punter, you know. Because if she's going on, I'd like to know what day she's going, yeah. Just so I can say hello. I have met Jeanette. My claim to fame, I have met Jeanette. I don't know anybody else who's going. Anybody famous, yeah. I asked Naked Sheep, but they're not going. You bought the IKEA Lego boxes. I didn't know they did. I get overwhelmed in IKEA. I wander around and I wander around, and you finish up with candles that you didn't go in for, didn't you? You always finish up buying something you didn't go in for. And with you having to go round in a way, you think, oh, I forgot. You can't go back, can you? Going against the flow. Oh, you're going, Dolly, right. Okay, nighty night. Naked She will be heaving. It would have been if they were going. They're not going. Yeah. She said it wasn't worth it to them to go. They don't do all that woolly stuff anyway at Naked Sheep. Yeah, I'll get one. I'll get a ticket. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then I forget. You know what I'm like. Brain of a sieve. Sieve brain. Lots of things I mean to do and I forget. And then people say, have you done that? I'm going, oh, forgot. I forgot. I probably won't buy anything. I might treat myself to one bougie yarn, you know. I either buy myself a book, you know, a nice book, or I buy myself a skein of yarn. I don't go crazy. You know, you see people wandering around with bagfuls of the stuff. Well, I've asked her, but I only asked her on a YouTube channel. I asked her if she was going, whether she was having a stall or whether she was just a visitor. But she, you know, but she did say the other day that she hasn't been answering her comments. She reads them, but she doesn't always answer them. If people are going to Blackpool, I doubt they'll come down to Cleveland's though, Linda. If they're a stranger to the area, they probably won't know about her. You know, I mean, I only found out about her by sort of Googling wool shops in the Fleetwood area, and that one came up. That's the only way I knew it was there. Because she's not on the main drag, you have to go around the corner. Yeah. The last knitting show I went to, I bumped into, oh gosh, what's she called? The Disley Brothers, she's called. One of them. I think she's a Linda. Disley sisters, yeah. She spotted me, actually. She said, "Hey, Jan." I thought, "Whoop, whoop, whoop. What? Somebody knows I'm here. Whoop, whoop." Yeah. When we used to go to the one at Cockermouth and that, they used to have people selling really cheap yarn and cones of yarn and everything. Not yarn, not Cockermouth. Where am I saying? The Manchester one used to do it as well. And people used to come on coach trips from Wales and they used to have bagfuls and bagfuls of stuff. But then it just got all bougie, didn't it? You know, everybody got a bit snobby and they stopped selling the big cones of acrylic anymore. I mean, the naked sheep used to go to, not the naked sheep, the black sheep used to go to a lot of them. And they used to sling a load of wool in a big heap on the floor. And it used to be bargains. But now, the last time I went to the black sheep, it is a long time ago. It wasn't that cheap, actually. It wasn't that much of a bargain. You know me, it has to be a bargain. I'm not buying it. I mean, I took my camera last time, but it's hard when you're on a scooter and you've got your camera and you're going along like that. My video will be like that. Oh dear. Saturday only for the cream teas. Ah, I suppose you could buy a cream tea if you decided to go and have one, yeah. No, she didn't mention having a stall. She just mentioned she was going, didn't she? But I'd like to know what day she's going, and then I've got a chance of seeing her, you know. I know she sells craft bags and stuff, doesn't she? But I think she just does a few online. I don't think she does anything with the stall, yeah. Both. All right. Yeah, that other lady, what's she called? Davina. She keeps plugging it, but she's not going. She said it's too far. She lives down south somewhere, I think. I wonder if Alex will go. She only lives in Yorkshire, doesn't she? I don't think she'll have a stall, though. She's not mentioned it. I don't think the Blackpool one will be that big, really. It's in a hotel, isn't it? I don't think it'll be that big. I mean, they did one once before. It was just a craft show, and that was in Blackpool. It was like the Roebuck Hotel, was it? Something. It was very small, very small. You know, you walked in, walked like that around, and you were out again. I think it was called the Roebuck or something, the hotel. But that wasn't just wool, that was macrame, handbags, candles, everything. It was just a craft show. But I had to get my son to take me because I didn't know where it was. And it was up side street, it wasn't even on the seafront. I'd have never found it on my own. It's in the Imperial, yeah. I don't know where the Imperial is, I'll have to find it. Just hope it's near a tram stop. Because you know me, I get off the wrong stop anyway. I'm not very good. My bump of direction is all over the place. It always was when I was driving. My ex-husband used to say, look, if you've turned right all the way here, you know when you come back, you got to be turning left to get back where you was. But no, my brain doesn't work that way. And my son will say, don't you ever look where we're going when I take you anywhere? And I'm like, no. It doesn't register with me, yeah. Yeah, but how big will it be, Linda, the function suite? I've never been in the Imperial. I don't go to Blackpool, as you know. I might live near it, but I don't go. Milton Parade tram stop. Oh, I must try and remember. Icing. Must try and remember that. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, dear. Is it going to come or not? Yes, it did. Oh, dear. This is like Joseph's coat of many colours, this shawl. Wilton Parade. Woohoo. Wilton Parade. Thank you, Charles. Or if it's anything like last time, I couldn't find the button that you pressed to stop the tram and it went whizzing past the stop I meant to go on. I couldn't find the button. The biggest hotel in Blackpool, I thought that was an Albrook Hydro. I thought that was the biggest one. Always used to be when I was a kid. It used to be such a fancy hotel when I was younger than Albrook Hydro. I used to think, oh, how posh to stay there. Now I think it's full of immigrants, isn't it? It's getting there, getting there. Not supposed to say that, am I? Not supposed to be critical. What have I got? Ooh, the hoops. These have gone smaller. They used to fit on your fingers. You used to be able to put one on each finger. Now you can't get your little finger. I haven't got big fingers, and you can't get your little finger in one now. And look at the size of the bag. Look at the size of the bag. Political parties. Woohoo. Hello, Noah. Do you knit? We knit, we crochet, or we craft, Noah. That's what we do on here. We're not fussy what kind of crafting, but we do crafting on here. Hi, Chris. Where have you been? Somebody was asking where you was. You forgot us. Crafting it so, you see, you are not the only one that forgets. Chris forgets too. I haven't seen Nathan yet. All them little things, you couldn't fit them on your finger, could you? Look, won't even fit on my little finger. You like knitting? We do a lot of knitting on here. Knitting, nattering, crocheting, sewing, cross stitching. I don't think anybody paints, do they? Nobody does pottery, do they? I was useless when I tried pottery at school. Oh my God, it was splattering all over the place. I never got the hang of it, you know. Oh, the canal, yeah. Bridgewater Canal. It's a right mess, isn't it? Yeah, the narrowboat pirate, she's going off in her van, doesn't she, because she can't go anywhere. I've never been any good at painting. I would imagine it would have been me, Noah. You feed the birds, do you? Yeah, there is that about it, isn't there, Sean? I could only draw a straight line with a ruler, Linda. Yeah. You went to a knitting club? Yeah, I go to knitting clubs. They're very good. You meet some nice people if you go to knitting clubs. Don't you, Val? Val goes to my knitting club. Oh, I go to her. Make it sound like I run it. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, most knitting clubs are friendly. You do get the odd one that's very snobby. You know, we were talking about that last week, weren't we? You know, the ones that only knit with pure wool and think everybody that uses acrylic is, you know, Satan, you know. You went a lot longer than me, Val. I'm the interloper. I'm the comer in, as they used to say. When I was young, I lived in a little village. And people who came to live in it, they were called comers in. Yeah, because they came in, the comers in. And I remember a lady saying to me once, she said, I've lived here 20 years. She says, how long is it when I'm not a comer in? I said, no. I said, if you weren't born here, you're always a comer in. I remember some of these great big family, aunties, grandmas, everybody came in. The Hopkinsons, they were called. In fact, one of them used to play football for England, I think. Goalie, I think he was a goalie. And they came en masse, you know, grandma, granddad, aunties, uncles. And they were a huge, huge family, but they were always known as the comers in, the Hopkinsons, yeah. Yeah, Eddie Hopkinson. I think he used to play goalie. Yeah, I look forward to it. It gets you out of the house. Gives you something to do. And I find knitting and crocheting very relaxing, you know, if you've got something on your mind or something. If you're plugging away with your knitting, or I suppose even cross-stitching, it's supposed to be very good. It's supposed to help with things like dementia and Alzheimer's, but I don't know whether it does, whether it's just a theory. I don't know. But they say the counting and the repetition of doing something is like engaging your brain. I like to think it does. I like to think I'm not losing anything yet. Whether it will, I don't think it will. It might stave it off a bit. I don't think it will stop you having it, yeah. My favourite piece of knitting equipment? Well, obviously knitting needles. You call them locals. Sometimes it's hard for me to motivate myself, especially as I have to go down the seafront and sometimes the waves are lashing over the top and I get drenched, get covered in sea foam, the wind's icy and my face feels like it's got Bell's palsy. And I think to myself, why am I doing this? It's warmer in the library though. If I'm cold and I go to the library, it's nice and warm. And it's warm in the, I go to a church knitting group as well. I'm not particularly religious, but I go to this church knitting group. And that's always lovely and warm in there. Except when the radiator's not working. I know, Sharon, I know. I'll have a drink while I'm waiting. I'm up north, up north. I used to talk to a guy who had a wool shop in Athens, would you believe? I had to stop talking to him, he got a bit pervy. Joseph, he was called. Why do they have to get pervy? He had a wife and daughters, for goodness sake. What was wrong with him? He did have a nice wool shop, I must admit. He used to be on Facebook, you know, his wool shop was on Facebook. I haven't seen him on for a bit. Maybe I unsubscribed from him when he got a bit funny. I think I probably did. I don't like it when they get a bit come over to Athens and, you know, all that sugar stuff. No, I don't want to go. Yeah, come as in if you weren't born there, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't be a local. There's not that many local Fleetwood people here, I don't think. Knitting is very therapeutic, and there's a lot more men doing it now. Mind you, they used to knit when they were sailors, didn't they? You know, in the wartime, they used to knit. What other colour shall I do next? How about that beige? Do a bit of beige. As you know, I watch a lady called the Crafty Nana, and she upcycles thrift shop things from, you know, charity shops. She lives in Malaysia. But when I first started watching her, she was living in the UK. And she had a beige outfit on. And she kept saying, "Oh, I'm wearing a colour I never thought I would ever wear." She said, "No beige." My friend calls it greige. In other words, if it's grey or beige, yeah. Tra-la-la-la. Oh, somebody reacted to one of my hat and cowl sets. Oh, that hat and cowl I made for my friend. Honestly, she must have a tiny little head. And as we were going down the seafront, this hat was going further and further over her eyes. And then a blooming scooter broke down again, didn't it? She's put new batteries on it. And it broke down again. I told you last week I had to bumper like that all the way down the seafront with my scooter. And my way into knitting, I was born in a knitted family. And knitting, you didn't get a choice. You knitted or you died in my family. You either knitted, sewed, or did something. So I was 5 when I learned to knit. As I say, I had no choice. You just get a pair of needles shoved in your hands and say, "Here, knit a mitten." That was my introduction to knitting. And then later on, my mum and dad had wool shops, so I didn't get much choice. I had to work in them. So that's the way I was into knitting. It was a good life until late, and then when people stopped knitting for a while in the 90s, and that's when I lost the last shop. So it was before all this online stuff and web pages and everything like that. So, you just couldn't make it. There wasn't enough people coming over the door. I lived the shop was in quite a small villagey place. And then I had my mum and dad ill, so had to keep shutting the shop while I ran my mum up to see my dad and all this jazz. It's just one of them things, yeah. I came from a very crafty family. I don't know whether anybody else did, but everybody in my... Do I approve of Indian? Well, I suppose so, if I don't have to date one, yeah. But, no, all the family did things. Some sewed, some some knitted, some crocheted. Everybody did something in our family. Some made them peg rugs, and rag rugs. I can remember having blisters on my fingers from cutting up coats that they got from the jumble sale, to tuft into rag rugs. I mean, now they're all the fashion again with this boho, aren't they? But we made them on flour sack things because we was poor, God, I used to... Oh, Craig, stop it. Whistle while you work. Well, yeah. It's some nutters, probably. My aunt taught me how to embroider, but sadly I've forgotten most of it. I'd love to embroider a bit. I don't mean a lot. And I don't mean thin stuff. I mean, I'd like to embroider the big, thick wool things, like they put on jumpers and that. But sadly, that skill has never been one of my skills. A great tune, yeah. Whistle while you work, yeah. Yeah. It's growing a bit, innit? It's growing. Me, me balls of wool are going down, yeah. I like people who say, oh, God, they're gorgeous, aren't they? I'm like, are they? I'm only making up to use my oddments up. I suppose it'd be nice if you had a theme, or a gradient, do they call it? Or you stuck to one colour, like pinks or blues or something like that. But this is just whatever falls out my bag into my hand. I don't have a plan. I wear my other one. I wear it all the time. It's lovely and warm. The one that has the big valve. I do not need any more, dear. I'm trying to work my way through it. I'm looking for some sad old dears afterwards to donate them to, whether they want them or they don't. They will have a shawl whether they want one or they don't. I mean, lots of people like them, but I'm not paying postage to post them to anybody. I'm being frugal. I'm using up my oddments being frugal. Yeah, my auntie did some gorgeous embroidery. She did teach me when I was little, but sadly, I don't think I could actually hold the thin needles anymore now, for doing that sort of thing. And my other aunt used to do the most fantastic doilies, in the very, very thin cotton. I've tried. I tried because I don't go to church. I'm not that religious, but I go to a church knitting group. And I thought, like, for their sales stall that they do for church, I would make some little crosses like I used to make, and put the ribbon in. I couldn't hold the hook and I couldn't do it. I couldn't, get my tension. That's why I could never do little, those tiny little amigurumi things that you do, Val. I couldn't hold that hoop. If it gets to about 350, I can do 3 millimeter just about, but only with wool, really, or cotton. I can't do that mercerized cotton. It's like slippy. And you can't really do a bookmark in somewhat chunky, can you? Because it it defeats the object of a bookmark if it's thick. I was talking to a lady in the library one time. She worked at the library, and I said, what do people... She said, oh, we find all sorts used as bookmarks in books. She said the funniest of all was a rasher of bacon. Somebody was using a raw rasher of bacon as a bookmark. She said, we're always finding photographs, bills, all sorts of things, that people use as a bookmark. I've had some lovely bookmarks in my time. I've lost them all. I had one that was lovely, all embroidered, and I had another one that was like a metal one with a hook on it and a tassel. I don't know what happened to them all. I'm sure I didn't take them back to the library with them in. Well, definitely not with a rasher of bacon in. I watch a few Japanese ladies that do embroidery. They do a lot of this, like, sort of top stitching type of thing or whatever. Or the ones who do like patchwork and then they embroider on top of the patchwork. It's not like they sit there and do old-fashioned embroidery flowers. They do like zigzags and things on patchwork bags and patchwork things, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my bookmarks. Maybe I should consider making... I can't use that thin wool, though. Well, I can use thin wool yarn, but I can't use thin cotton. I used to be able to. There was no problem. Because I was even thinking of crocheting like little lacy cotton for, curtains for my doll's house, but I won't be able to do it. I've got some lace, I'll sew them. Whenever I get around to painting that doll's house. I'll have to wait for better weather, though, because I really need to paint it outside because of the fumes of the paint. I've got a pain up the bone of my shin for some unknown reason. Why do you get a pain up the shin? Up the bone bit. I used to have juvenile arthritis. I used to get it really bad when I was a kid. I'm no juvenile now. Perhaps I've got pensioners, old age, geriatric arthritis maybe now. Not infantile. Although, I'm infantile in the brain, aren't I? Yeah, it keeps stabbing right up the bone on my right leg. keep saying I'm going to look in charity shops to see if they've got any like beautiful embroidered tablecloths or anything like that. But I keep forgetting to look. I never find bargains in charity shops. I find the tat end that nobody wants, you know, the tatty bits. And I see these YouTube videos, oh, I found this, I found that. But where do you find them? I never find anything. When I go in, it's a load of tat. And it's not even my size. Loads and loads of blouses, which I never wear. And loads and loads of skirts that go to the knee, which I never wear. There's never any maxi dresses. And if there is, they're not my size. Definitely no maxi skirts. I suppose they can only work with what they get donated, don't they? Oh, gosh, yeah. I think it's more a question, Mimi. If somebody said, what doesn't hurt today, Janet, I could probably answer you then. What doesn't hurt today? Which bit of you feels tickety-boo today? You have to go, now let me think. Let me think. That's a hard question. I need to have 5 minutes warning about that. Distraction is a wonderful thing. But sometimes it's hard, isn't it, to distract. I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of crocheting, I do a lot of knitting. But sometimes it's hard. Yeah, don't ask me what hurts either. Ask me what doesn't hurt. Where do you not have a pain today? Let me think. Let me think. Well, it's true. I mean, when you get to my age, what do you blooming expect? I'm not exactly a spring chicken to go leaping about, am I? I forget mentally how old I actually am. My brain doesn't think I'm this old, you know. My body does. My body thinks it's even older, but my brain doesn't. And I wake up in the morning and I'm full of bright ideas, yeah. Think, oh, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to do it. Every time I've wandered in the kitchen, via the bathroom, of course, and made myself a brew and whatnot, I'm like, that idea's just gone right off me. You know, my leg was all right yesterday, and now it's twinging up my calf or something. Not my calf, my shin at the front. I don't know why it's doing that. Who knows? Who sent me a message? Somebody who likes one of my pictures. Somebody loves me. I wonder who. Nobody I know. Are you ready for love? No. I wouldn't know what to do. Actually, I was dreaming I had a man last night. I don't mean in that sense. I mean, I'm just a boyfriend. And he was called Lawrence something or other. And when I woke up this morning, the first thing I thought was, oh, I better Google him. I'm like, don't be daft. He was in your dream. He's called Lawrence, I think, or something like that. I knew his last name when I woke up this morning, but I don't know it now. But can you imagine half awake, waking up to the alarm, thinking I've got to Google that man. He's meeting me again tonight. And I woke up and thought, no, he's not, you daft fool. It was a dream. Oh, dear. I can't tell you what he looked like. I can't remember his face. Oh, I do know, Chris, yeah. It was a nice feeling. But I can't even remember what he looks like. My dream did not conjure up his face. I think I'd been reading just before I went to sleep. And the heroine in my book was undecided whether she liked this bloke or not. So I think that's where it came from. I must have gone to sleep thinking about it, yeah. Yeah, I was supposed to be going on a date tonight with him. Oh, you're on the third lot. Val has knitted herself a cardigan twice. And twice she must have thought she was like 2-ton Tessie because they were both too big. So she's now knitting it again for the third time. That poor Wallaby thinking, oh my God, not again. It'll be exhausted before you've even finished it. Oh, I haven't shown you my cardigan. I finally finished my cardigan. It's very bold, isn't it? Woohoo, look at that. Isn't that bright? I like the way it's worked up on the two fronts, and I didn't even plan it like that. I just knitted the ball of wool as it came, and it looks as though I've tried to colour match it, doesn't it? And I can assure you I didn't. Yeah, I didn't, because the sleeves look completely different. Yeah, I can't remember if I got this wool from Lolly's Little Wool Shack or not. It's a bit bold, isn't it? I know we'll like this, Val, Alice, but unfortunately it'll be way too big for Alice. Oh, I've just dropped my hook and it's gone under my desk. Oh no. Oh no, where's it gone? Oh, there it is. I can't reach it. Maybe if I use my back scratcher, I can reach it. You know what I'm like? I can't. Oh God, no, it's gone underneath. I can't bend down to reach anything. Oh, what are you doing? But it's wedged underneath my back, my footrest. Oh. I was thinking of Alice for that Harry Styles cardigan I've just done. It's a bit bold, isn't it? I'm not going to wear that. You need to list your UFOs. Got it. Everything falls on the floor. Oh, my hand hurts. I'm not looking forward to the injection in it, but Thursday, Val, I've got to go. 9:10 in the morning. Yeah, I have to use my back scratcher to get anything off the floor. Yeah, telescopic magnet might be all right. Wouldn't work on plastic though, would it? It would work on a crochet hook though, I suppose, wouldn't it? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it was underneath my footrest. Under the footrest. Maltesers. Years ago, I used to say the snack with the less fattening centre. But now, with all this disclaimers and God knows what, you can't say that anymore. You have to prove it these days, don't you? It did actually make me, yeah. My hand started hurting. When I had my carpal tunnel done, I don't know what he did, but my little finger on the other hand kept going like a trigger finger, bending down like that, and I couldn't get it to come up. And now I've got like a hard lump in the centre of my palm on the other hand. Showed it to the doctor and he said, oh, you need an injection, whatever it is, I don't know, cortisone. But I'm not looking forward to it because I believe it hurts. I've watched them doing it on those, the doctor programmes that come on the telly. The ones where the doctor always has time to talk to you. And you always get an appointment, them. And I watch people going, and they're having it done, yeah. I'm eating Maltesers now to distract myself from the pain in my hand. It's moving around my body. Don't you find that? You know, people like, you know, who have pain. Do you find it stays in one place, or do you find it sort of moves around your body? You know, you get up in the morning and your back hurts, and then your foot hurts, and then your knee hurts, and then your neck hurts. It sort of wanders around your body, doesn't it? Yeah, well, my friend's scooter broke down. She had to leave it. We were a bit worried about it. Oh, I love Horlicks tablets. I haven't found any more, Val. Val gave me a tin of Horlicks tablets and I scoffed them. But I've not found any more since. I found Victor V's. I had to order them online. I had to order them online. Then I found the chemist had them, would you believe? Ten in a basket. Is that your works in progress or your UFOs? Val, did he find out if Sue got a fire? One of our ladies from Knit Club was waiting for a fire to be put in. It's been going on like the saga, you know, you have waiting for builders. I haven't been in B&M's for a little while. So I haven't got it done yet. Oh, God. Builders are terrible, aren't they? One of our members had a fire taken out and she wanted a different fire put in. But she had to have the, you know, fireplace altered. So she's calling like builders and go, oh no, can't do that. Oh no. It's been like the saga of the age, you know, like saying to her, firing yet? No. We were lucky when we had our fire put in, he just come and did it. The longest wait for anything when we were here was windows. Oh, when it was COVID and they couldn't get anything. We waited weeks and weeks for the windows. We waited just as long to have the up and over garage door. When we moved in here, the garage door was broken. So I wanted the electric one. Waited weeks and weeks for that as well. How come I couldn't eat my dinner at all? And yet I sat here scoffing Maltesers. That I should not be eating. Oh, Horlicks tablets, gorgeous. They're like solid Horlicks in a chompy, like a little sweetie. Ooh. How are you depressed now, Sean? How are you depressed? Make a list and then you can cross them off when you've done them. And you'll feel good with every one you've crossed off. I'm going to stop eating these. I eat a whole packet. It's far too many. I'll overload myself with sugar. Putting them away. I would make myself to-do lists all the time and then I lose them. So same when you go shopping, you make a list, don't you, what you want. When you go shopping and you lose it, you leave it, or it's in your pocket, or... I used to make a list when I lived on my own and stick it on the fridge, you know. Every time I ran out of something, I'd write it on this thing on the fridge. Then I'd either go out without it, or I'd lose it while I was rummaging in the vegetables. I'd leave it somewhere. I broke my big fingernail. Look, where's it gone? There. I can't get the hang of this camera. There, snap right off. Boom. Just went. There, I've got that one broke. That one broke, but it's growing again. But that one snapped right off. I wouldn't mind if they just broke at the tip, but they snap right off. Makes it very awkward. Oh, got stuck. Excuse me. Stuck to my gap in my teeth. In the good old days, they used to provide you with toothpicks, you know, when you went into the restaurant and that. Used to be a little thing of toothpicks, but you probably think you start stabbing yourself with. They're only about that big, aren't they? You probably think you're going to stab somebody with them. Get your dander up. Will my hand let me do any more crochet? I can't sit still. I'm just not good at sitting still. I'm not very good at it. So when my hand hurts, I don't know what to do with myself. Poke, poke. Yeah, I want to crochet some more and yet my hand's going, no, 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 no. And my brain is going, yes, 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 yes. I don't know whether you have that problem. And you have this sounds... That's why I keep wearing this all the time. I look really weird, I know, but... And I have to fold that finger down because otherwise it catches on my work. And they're a bit tight because I just washed them. Excuse me. Oh. Oh. Oh, I don't even know how to talk to Alexa apart from telling it to play me something. And then it usually says, would you like to join Alexa Music for $9.99 a month? I'm like, no, just play me a tune. I don't want to join. And it goes, playing you a tune on Amazon wishlist. Or something or other it tells me. And it goes off and plays an advert after. Oh, and I'm like, shut up. I tried to tell it to play some kind of music like for an hour, you know, to help me to go to sleep, but I don't know why. I don't go to sleep. I'm there listening to the music. I've tried listening to rain, wind, sea, tried listening to all sorts. Oh, I know, Ariane asked it to tell you a joke. They're not funny, are they? You've got 25. I think you've got the record. Sean has got the record for whips, unless Enid can do that. Enid could probably better that, knowing Enid. She's probably got more than 25 on the quiet. Only one pair of trunks. Some guy going to be let down when he sees what kind of whips. Yeah, I know. I never understand those star blankets. How do you wrap a baby up in a star blanket? Our Ian wouldn't have fitted in one. You know, when they're round. Yeah, I think she needs serious help, does Sean? We shall send around whipaholics. From your cabbage patch dolls. My friend has cabbage patch dolls. They're the ugliest thing. Only a mother could love them. They're ugly. She used to collect them. She found one in a charity shop. She'd be way over the moon. I'm like, that's so ugly, doll. It's like when you look at the ugliest baby in the world in a pram and you have to say it looks nice, don't you? Otherwise the mother gives you dirty looks. You like go, oh. My son wasn't beautiful at all when he was born. He looked permanently cross and he had huge ears. He was not a pretty baby. Yet my two nieces were absolutely beautiful babies. My eldest niece in particular, she was like a little China doll. She was so pretty. She didn't have a crease on her face, no spots or red bits like babies do. She looked absolutely like a little China doll. My younger niece, she was a big pudding man. She came out, she was like Mitchell and ex-woman. Now she's the skinniest thing in the world now. She's, 40 something. She's so slim. She's about size 6, which is about size 2, I think, in America or something. But she was just like Mitchell and ex Pillsbury Doughboy when she was born. My son wasn't so much fat, he was just tall. He was a really tall baby. And he had massive, massive feet. And hands. Massive hands, massive feet. 8 scarves, 12 toys, 3 blankets, a pair of socks and a cardigan. 12 toys, oh, for goodness sake. My son wasn't like, he was 9'3", but he wasn't a fat baby. He was just, oh, that's lovely, Val. Yeah. I shall go around trying to pick up me. I've got one of them grabber things, but it won't pick up anything small. No, mine was £9.3. But he wasn't a fat baby. He was a very tall baby. You know, all his baby grows like too short in the legs. Me being bright, I thought, oh, cut the feet off. It shot up his legs like that because of was being stretched. I thought they'd stay around his ankles. No. Yeah. They shoot up, don't they, like the pedal pushers. They all said, what did you do that for? So I was frightened of hurting his toes because they kept saying you didn't you shouldn't have baby grows if they're too tight on the toes. Yeah. Yay! Sharon's finished the biggest one. Yay! I'm rubbish at blankets. I know I am. Well, my son finished up. I think he's about 5'11". He was so tall when he used to go to the clinic. You know, they measure him when they're two. Oh, bye, Mimi. When they measure him when they're two, they double the height. They said he was going to be 6'4", 6'5". But I don't know what happened, but he stopped growing. Yeah. It's the same with his feet. His feet were huge when he was little. And I used to think, oh my God, if he gets... Because at those days, you couldn't buy big shoes for, even for adult males. Couldn't buy them. And he was in size 11s, and I'm thinking, oh God. But I mean, now you can get them in any kind of shop. You had to go and ask, when you went to the shop, you say, can I help you? You say, do you sell size 11s, men's? No. We go to 10, I think 10 and a half, but they didn't go to 11. You've shrunk 10 inches. Gosh, I've shrunk about, I don't know, probably about 2 or 3 inches. I think I've shrunk with my spine. Oh, you shrunk 2 inches. I was just going to say 10 inches, kind of a bit small. Yeah, my feet have gone bigger and my body's shrunk. I used to take a 3 and now I take a 5.5, so I don't work that out. They say you gain a size as you get older, but I must have gone really flat-footed. I can get in a 5, but sometimes they bump my toes, so I get a 5.5 now. Have you seen the size of Meghan Markle's feet? They're like blinking flippers, aren't they? That girl has got serious issues. Yeah, that video where she's walking along the sand and she writes 2025. I couldn't get over the size of them feet like that. Flippity flippity, they're like clown feet. Flippity 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 flip. She's got them, you go swimming with. I thought, oh, I want to put my shoes on, love. If I had feet that big. And I kept them in. Oh. I always remember there's a girl that worked with me. Oh, well, I'd only be 16, 17. No, I'd be 17, 18, because I was at school till then. My first job. She had huge feet. And she used to change her shoes, like, to something comfy when we got to work. And she goes, all right, which of you bright sparks have written on my shoes? And somebody wrote Mary on one and Elizabeth on the other. And those were like, Queen Mary, the liners, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mary. So somebody had written that inside each shoe. She's got massive feet, and she flap, 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 flap. Well, around her. Like a sea lion. Keep your gloves on, love. Oh, dear. Oh. Oh dear. Oh boy, do I not like that girl. Oh dear. Can't be doing with her. Oh dear. Have they put all the fires out yet in Los Angeles? I'm sure he wouldn't want any of hers, shall. I was thinking about Zizi, but she's away, she's about 15 miles away from where all the flames were. Well, there was nothing to stop it getting the wind going across, was there? She looks like coal barges. Belinda? Who's Belinda? What, behind the times? Belinda? I don't remember. Anybody remember a Belinda? You got me there, Sean. I can't remember a Belinda. Anybody? Anybody? I'm usually not pretty good with names, but I usually remember names. If she came on with a different handle, I might remember, because a lot of people come on with something different. That is a big flipper, Chris, size 10 UK, a big flipper. My son takes that. Same way he takes 11s, 10 and a half 11s, this one. Yeah. She didn't do the move. She had everybody packing up for her and everybody moving for her. She don't know what it's like to move on her own. With her kind of money, she had removal men packing everything up for her, didn't she? She didn't pack anything. They came in and boxed it all up for her. When she got where she was going, they came in and unboxed it all for her, so it's stressful. She likes to make a song and dance about things, doesn't she? It'd be stressful if she had to box it all up, put it in the cart and drive herself there. That is stressful. And I know lots of people who've done that, had to move themselves because they didn't have the money to pay for removal then. Bear Crafts, I don't remember her. When we moved here, a lot of my stuff came on one of them little things that go on the back of a car. You know, like the little transporter thing with wheels with the tarpaulin over the top. My wool and that went on that and came here. Didn't go in the removal van. Oh, you remember Bear? I don't remember her, Chris. I usually remember people when they've been in, but I don't remember that name at all. If they're quiet and they just come on and don't make a big fuss. Sometimes I do. I know it sounds awful, but you only remember the ones that make a fuss or something, don't you? Somebody called Bear. I don't even remember that. Bear's Crochet Critters. No, I don't remember. This is still on YouTube. A lot of people I used to chat to, you know, that were on YouTube. You look at the YouTube channel and the last videos they put up was about 3 years ago. And you're like, where have they gone? Content deleted. Well, it's like the videos that Trevor used to do. They've all been deleted. There's somebody else I used to watch and they've all been deleted. And you wonder why. You know, just if you've made tutorials or something, you should leave them because people, you know, look at them 9-10 years down the line, don't they? She's obviously not doing it anymore, or God forbid something's happened to her. I hate it when I get reminders that it's somebody's birthday and you know they've passed away. You know, and you're like, oh, why do you have to remind me it's somebody's birthday when you know they're no longer with us? Yeah, I don't really remember her, Chris. She might have come on here, but I don't remember her. Yeah. As I say, my memory's not always as brilliant as it might be. She might have been on and I might have forgot. What birthday you mean tomorrow? It's my son on the 30th. My brother's was the 21st, was it? 21st, I think. No, it wasn't. No, it's my ex-husband's the 26th. My son's the 30th. My dad was the 9th of February. My brother is the 21st of February. 74, that's no age, is it? Well, it isn't these days, is it? One time it would be considered as old as the hills, but I hate it when they say you're middle-aged when you get to 30, 35 and 40. You're thinking, hang on a minute, I'm not middle-aged when I'm 30. I'm middle-aged when I'm 40, 45. That's when I'm middle-aged. I hated it when people would say, oh, you're middle-aged now. Oh, no, I'm not. 67. Oh, yeah, 67. Most of my mum's family quite long livers. My dad's too, I think. All in their 80s. Don't think anybody who died less than 80. So I'm hoping I come from a long line of, yay, because I'm 80 this year. So I want to live past that. Although I've got to go for an endoscopy. Oh, they'll have a job getting that down my throat. Oh, no. I had one when I was a lot younger. Couldn't do it. They had to put me to sleep. I just could not do it. Couldn't get me to swallow it. It was like, ooh, ooh. And the more they tried, they kept saying, relax, relax. They had to abandon it. They had to put me to sleep. They don't like to sedate you. They give you this twilight thing, but it didn't work. Still knew they were putting that tube down my throat. No, go away. And the doctor said he was sending me for one. I thought, oh no. I said, please tell him I cannot swallow the damn thing. He was more fascinated because the fact I haven't got a uvula. Well, how come you haven't got a uvula? I've never seen anybody's throat without a uvula. So I had to have it removed. Oh, spinal yeah, they're not fun, are they? But I can't do tubes in my throat. Cannot do them. No, they won't put you out for cataracts. They do it while you're awake. It only takes about 10 minutes once again. It's not hard. The thought of it is worse than having them done. I was terrified of having the first one done. But it was like, it was mildly uncomfortable, but it didn't hurt. I just think the thought of them coming towards you is like, oh, well, it's just over and done with. The worst bit was when I had my left one done, she drenched me. They put water on to keep it irrigated while you're doing it. She blooming wet me through. It was all down my back and everything. It was. Ugh. It's better than I couldn't see. Top and bottom of it was I just couldn't see. It was like having Vaseline over both eyes. Couldn't see anything. Couldn't read. Couldn't do anything. Not even with glasses on. Couldn't even read. They don't put a needle in. They put drops in to numb your eyes. They don't go knee with a needle. They put numbing drops in. You go and sit in the waiting room. Then you go in and they put some more drops in. I mean, when you can't see and you're like, I couldn't see people on the seafront if they were walking towards me or away from me. I couldn't tell if it was a pram or anything. I couldn't see. So I was really glad to have them done. At least I could see the telly. I couldn't even read. I couldn't read the patterns. I couldn't do anything. No, they don't use any needles. I've never known anybody have a needle in their eye. You don't feel anything. They make a small incision and then they suck out your lens thing with a little hoovery thing, and then they put a little plastic thing in through this. The hole is teeny. In the old days, they used to stitch around your eye. They don't do that anymore. Now they just slide it in and flip. You asked a doctor to put a needle in your eye. Look up a cataract operation, honestly, Munchkin. Look it up. Yeah, but not for cataracts, Linda. Sure, he didn't have injections in his eye for cataracts. No, they're just, you don't feel them cutting your eye or anything like that. It was just mildly. Yeah, they just put, and you have to put drops in your eyes for a few days afterwards, you know, to stop you getting an infection, yeah. The only thing that happened with mine is I had to have them lasered afterwards because my sight didn't come back properly. So I had to have my eyes lasered. And unfortunately, I think they're going again because I'm getting fuzzy things in my eyes again. Don't ask me why I grow fungus in my eyes. No, I wouldn't have. No, if they'd had to put needles in my eye, they would have had to put me to sleep. No, it was about 10 minutes of a job. I was more scared of the operation than I was having it. Why would they paralyse your eyes? You must go to some weird optometrist. I have drops in, but they don't paralyse you. You must have some weird eye tests in America. That's all I can say. I have my diabetic eye tests. I've had glaucoma tests. I've had all kinds of tests. And I've never had them paralysed. Yeah, they dilate your pupils, yeah. But they only puff things in your eyes and makes you jump, don't it? The laser one made me jump because it's like, ah, my eye. Leave my eyeball where it's supposed to be, thank you. It was just the noise of it. It was like more scary than I didn't feel anything. And then when they lasered my eyes. Yeah, my cat had a scratch on his eye. He had to have all these drops. Oh, have you tried putting drops in a cat's eye? You have to pin the cat down with a towel trying to hold its eye up, and you needed 4 hands. Yeah, he must have scratched either a cat or something, scratched his eye, or he scratched it on a twig or something. But he had to have these, otherwise he could have gone blind, or got a cataract or something. So we had to put these drops in his eyes. Oh my God, it was a two-handed job, two-person job. And he had to have him in twice a day. But, oh God, it was a nightmare. Used to wrap him in a towel because he was feral, and he used to. Bleh. I scratched my eyeball once with washing powder. Don't ask me how I managed to do it. I got an itchy eye and I must have had washing powder on my finger and I burnt. In fact, I've still got the lump there. I burnt the white of my eye with washing powder. Oh, didn't that sting? Yeah, a friend of mine had to have a cornea transplant because um, he burnt his eye with acid. Accidentally, obviously, of course. Mm. No, the worst thing I ever did was I fell over in the bathroom and hit the corner of the radiator. Oh, by God, right there. Boy, did he have a black eye. And I had to go around telling it. Well, I mean, my ex-husband was yeah, but he wasn't physical. And everybody thought he'd hit me one. I said, no, I fell over. Oh, yeah, yeah, we've heard that one, but I did. I just tripped over nothing and just hit the corner of the radiator, metal radiator. That's probably why glasses are made out of plastic these days. Oh, poor tortoise. It's a good job Nathan's not on here. He's got a tortoise. Or is it a turtle? No, it's a tortoise. Do you remember Shad having that snapping turtle? I think he had to set it free into the wild because it grew too big. He had it for ages, that snapping turtle. And he was never the same after he had to lose his dog. His dog died, didn't it? He'd had it for years and years. Talking about dogs, Jane's not been on tonight, has she? With Christine. Our dogs are upstairs. They haven't been in today. We haven't had a visit from Rosie yet. There's still time. She hasn't been for a nighttime wee yet. Somebody stood on my foot with a stiletto heel. Oh, God, that was right in my foot. Oh, Lord above, that was painful. Someone I didn't get tetanus or something because. Oh, yeah, a cart horse, the great big dray horse stood on my foot. But fortunately, I was in a field and it was very, very muddy. And instead of it squashing my foot, it pushed my foot into the mud. I mean, I had a bruise, it was sore, but it could have broke my foot into a million pieces because it was absolutely huge, these cart horses. But luckily, I say, it was very soft mud in the field. And, I mean, it didn't mean to step on me. No, my worst one was a parrot. Nearly went right through to the bone. Parrot, it went hanging on my finger, it wouldn't let go. Ooh. And a white mouse once was hanging. Oh, they bite as well, a white mouse. I was cleaning out the cage. And the snake didn't bite me, it nearly bit me, a snake. Oh. It won't bite you, it's been fed. Ooh. Must have thought you were its dinner. I thought you just said you'd fed it. Damn thing. Yeah, I've been bit with a ferret when I was a kid. Ferret bit me. They won't let go either. Parrot bit me. Oh, the cat bit me. I had a feral cat. That cat bit me that many times, scratched my legs. Oh, my arms used to look like I'd been fighting brambles. Right down both arms. He was a sod, he was. Nelson, he was called. Got a bruise on my arm. They took me to some blood tests. Usually I'm all right, but this time I bled everywhere. And I've not been hit with a horse, just trod on. I'm not fond of horses. We went to a cafe and they had some little plates with horses on, and my friends, I want these plates. I said, oh, God, are you selling these plates? And the waitress said, yeah, you can have two of them if you want to buy them. So what do you want plates for with horses on? Oh, I like horses. I said, it's horse racing, like hunt. I said, you don't like hunts, why are you buying them? Yeah, but it's got a horse on. Or two went past last night, two horses, and they were full of like decked in lights everywhere. They had lights on the helmets, lights on the horses, lights on the tails. Oh, Pauline, unfortunately she passed away. But Pauline used to have tarantulas all over her house. Oh, I hated going to her house for a coffee. Isaac's got the corn snake, yeah. He's put some nice pictures on Facebook lately, Isaac. He's good with photography. He usually takes pictures of birds, but he started taking pictures of, trees and scenery and stuff. I don't think he does it as a living. I think he just does it, as a hobby. He used to be there like St. Francis of Assisi, didn't he, with birds all up his arms. Oh, my hand's sore. Oh, I don't like spiders. The friend that comes to knit club with me on a Monday, they have tarantulas. No. I don't think they've got a snake anymore. They used to, but I think it died. Oh, jumping spiders. I can't think of anything worse. I've looked at close-ups of tarantulas and they are not cute. Sorry, but they don't have nice faces. People say, oh, look at the little faces, aren't they sweet? And I'm like, no. No, I've got bit with a spider on my face. There. I had a face like that. Little swine. Bit me in the night. I must have an allergy to bites because I'm terrible if a wasp or a bee gets me. Oh, dear. I'm not quite the EpiPen stage, but I have a really bad reaction. Excuse me. God, I'll be going to bed in a bit. I'm not sleeping. I don't know why I'm not sleeping. I've not got anything particularly on my mind. Oh, horsefly bites. Oh my God. My leg went like a dinner plate like that. I had to get injections and everything with the doctor. I'm allergic to bites. Anything that bites me. And yet, funny enough, mosquitoes leave me alone. My ex-husband was like a magnet, for anything like that. Midges in Scotland, mosquitoes. My ex-husband was a magnet. He used to, ooh. No, I got bitten with a horsefly. I used to go and peg my washing out in the garden, in the grass, in the night time when it was going to be nice the day after. I'd do my washing at the night time and peg it out on the line. After that thing bit me, I started wearing my Wellingtons. Yeah. I don't think he had smelly feet. I can't remember. It's been a long time since he was my husband. I don't think he had really smelly feet. But they used to really find him and bite him, yeah. I'd be walking around and he's going, aren't they bothering you? And I'm like, no. Oh, I'm making a list here, but it's a weekly planner from 2020. I must have started keeping it. God, my writing's horrendous. 2020 seems a long time ago. Long time ago, 2020. I think that was when I moved, or was it 2019? Can't remember. No, I got COVID long before then, long before March 2020. I lost 3 weeks of my life to COVID, but they didn't know it was COVID back then. I think it was tail end of 2019 I got COVID. When they were like that, whether it was COVID, flu, or what the heck it was. I was really ill. Probably didn't do any lives or anything then. I was so ill. Yeah, 3 weeks I was in bed. It's the only time in my life I've ever called an ambulance. Bye, Esther. Oh. The doctor said to me, do you not have your gallbladder taken out? I went, no, I didn't bother. He said, oh, you've got a 16 millimetre gallstone. Oh. He said, but at your age, he said, unless it's really, really bothering you, he said, I wouldn't have it taken out. Yeah, I just like have pain every other day. It's just fine. I think we all had the flu back in the... I remember they closed, before my son was born, 69, January 69, just before then, they'd closed the maternity ward. I'm like, what we're supposed to do with having a baby? And they closed loads of wards because they got this bug thing all around the hospital. And I was like panicking. I'm thinking, I can't have my baby at home. He's upside down. I can't have a breech birth at home. Oh yeah, I think everybody had the swine flu. I don't know what I'm. A war baby. I'm a war baby. Elder millennial. Definitely not a millennial. Ever played? Oh, no. Don't know what you're talking about, sorry. Yeah, the narrowboats are stuck at the moment, though. A lot of the canals are closing the locks and that for maintenance, so a lot of them are stuck wherever they happen to be. They have to moor up and not move. The narrowboat pirate, she's having the bottom of her boat painted. Trevor had his done, I think, last year. You have to have them done every 2 years. They call them blacked, don't they, where they put like tar stuff or something to stop the boat from rotting, in the water. Oh, geezer CT. Yeah, DLA forms. Oh, God, I was glad when they told me I didn't have to do them anymore. They're miles long, them DLA forms. And if you don't do them right, disability living allowance form, you have to fill them in, or you did have to fill them in. I think it was every couple of years. But now, because I'm so old, I don't have to do them anymore. I think they decided that she's too old and knackered to work, so she doesn't have to fill them in anymore. Oh, it was G's, yeah. And I used to have to, why have I got a yellow neck? Why have I got a yellow neck? No idea. What did you miss? Oh, a couple of weirdos you missed. You missed all the fun. Yeah, disability form. You have to write an essay. I mean, I had a raft of letters from specialists saying what my problems were, and they still don't accept it. It's like you're making it up as you go along. But I had medical proof. I had X-rays. I had the lot, and it still took me 3 goals to get it. They kept knocking me back. In the end, I blew a stack with them. Told them where they could get off. And I said if I didn't get it this time, I was going to kick up dust. I said, because I work at the DWP and I see you award it to people who are far better off than I am. I said, so I'm going to the papers. I said, if you don't do it. Funny enough, I got it. And they backdated it. I appealed 3 times, Sean. I had to appeal 3 times. Filling them bloody forms 3 times. Yeah, beans on toast. Give them beans. Egg on toast. Give them something easy. We had lasagna, but I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat lasagna. Yeah, bit of cheese on toast, do 'em good. I like simple meals. Yeah, Welsh rarebit, egg on toast, cheese on toast, anything like that. I can't eat a big meal anymore. That's why I'm having the endoscopy, because I can't eat. Oh, excuse me. I had about 4 forkfuls of that lasagna, and that's all I could eat. Couldn't eat anymore. I tried pushing it around, but I was just like, ooh, couldn't eat it. And yet an hour later, I'm hungry. That's why I was eating. Oh, don't be silly. You've got to come on here asking silly questions. We're being plagued. Hardly anybody wears a mask here in the UK. Although my friend's daughter had to go to A&E, and she said all the nurses were wearing them. Bit worrying. Oh, now my leg's twinging again. He's took my mind off my hand. Oh, that's painful. It's a stabbing, shooting pain right up my shin. Oh, 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 oh. God, that hurt. My hair falling out. It's all falling out, my hair. It's because I bleach it too. Well, not bleach it, because I colour it too much. It's supposed to be no bleach in it, but look at the back there, it's all falling out. Instead of being nice and long, it's all short and weird. It won't stay in the clip. Uh, we have shoplifters a million up here. I think that guy's going to trial, you know, the one who stabbed them children in Southport. Well, he's a nutter, isn't he, obviously? No patience. There's another kid being stabbed. Look, I think he's still alive in Manchester. Another one in Shaw yesterday. Whistle while you work. Can't you find anything better to do tonight? Are you bored or what? They walk out here with shopping things and nobody else. What is wrong with you lot tonight? Are you bored? Go out and have a pint or something. Go and fizz off, right? You're too young. Annoying little toe rag. Yeah, it's a one-person muppet, I think, yeah. Obviously, somebody's bored. He's probably been naughty and had his game station took off him by his mummy. So he's got to do something else because he can't have, he's no friends, you see, so he can't go out, you know. You've got to feel sorry for him having no better to do, don't you, really? Well, 15 minutes away from the witching hour. I'm really tired, and yet when I get in bed, I just do. It's like as soon as my head hits the pillow, my brain goes, hello. And yet I'm here going, why is it the minute you get into bed, you suddenly, your brain wakes up? So annoying. Oh, I've got lots of things to do. I'm not even going to answer. Obviously, it's a slow day on the telly. Yeah, it's whack-a-troll. You like that anymore. Sean's favourite thing, isn't it? Whack-a-troll. Whack-a-mole, whack-a-mole. You used to love doing that, didn't you, Sean? When we used to have millions of them every day, every Saturday night. We used to have millions of them. Yeah, I don't think we have shoplifters galore, yeah. I went in the co-op the other day, just local co-op round the corner, and all the pieces of steak have got plastic things and security tags on them. It's only a little piece of steak. It wasn't even an expensive piece of steak, and it had a security tag on it. Oh. Yeah, they nick anything that's not screwed down, don't they? My dad used to say, if they steal your eyeballs, they'll come back for your lashes. It's not the people who are poor. You know, the people who steal because they, haven't got money for food. It's not them that are doing it. No, they walk out with basketfuls because they know nobody will do anything about it. Especially, our little friends that you're not supposed to say anything about. I mean, we're the ones who are paying for it because they have to put the prices of all the goods up to cover for their losses. So the honest ones, that go to the till and pay for everything, we're getting penalised because of all the ones that are thieving. Oh, they don't pay. It's not so bad on the trams here because they've got a conductor that walks up and down. But when I was in Manchester, you had to pay like before you got on, and none of them ever did. Hello, Lizzie. How are you? We were talking before about works in progress. So you've got to own up, Lizzie. How many do you have? They've all been counting up how many they've got. I think the out and out winner so far is Shan. She's got the most. Oh, you've got 4. That's my girl. Shan, you're in the naughty corner. Oh, dear. You're not in shame. You're not. I know you. You're wearing your badge trophy. Well, I think 2025 is your year for finishing that cardigan. Yeah, yeah. Lizzie gets a half-finished badge. Yeah, you've got them. We haven't got anything like that. Tell you what we don't have. You know those bags of wool that you get? Mill bags or something. We don't get anything like that. Mill ends or something, do you call them? Mill bags. Well, Joanne's gone bankrupt again, hasn't it? So, yeah, mill ends. Everybody goes mad. Do you remember those like sales, tent sales or something? People used to go and they'd have all this yarn all over. Big sales in like a big tent somewhere. They were all mill ends and things, and people used to travel miles and spend a fortune, didn't they? We don't have anything like that over here in the UK. We never have them here. Never have mill ends. The nearest I got to it was the bloke on the Bury Market used to get wool without labels on. Oh, is that a tent sale? Yeah. I've seen them on people's YouTubes, but obviously we don't have them over here in England. I never see any wool in the charity shops at all. I think whoever works at the charity shops locally must knit or crochet and must buy, if any gets donated, they must buy it before it even hits the stalls. Ross is near her. I don't know why, I just think mill ends sounds really exciting. You know, you go and get something for about half price. The Heart Foundation, I don't think we... Yeah, we do have one in Cleveland, but they don't have any wool. Why have I got a spider's web hanging? You know, those long things like that. Not like a web. It's just like a long, like a piece of cotton. I can see it hanging down. It's annoying me now seeing it. I'll have to bat it away before I go to bed. Like a dust thing, isn't it? I daren't poke the bear. Oh, I'm falling asleep here, and I know I'm going to be wide awake when I get in bed, because that's the way I roll. At time I counted out all my pills ready to take. I'm surprised I've not had Rosie in. Rosie normally comes banging in, doesn't she? That cardigan is seriously bright. Seriously bright, that cardigan. You bought a big cookie. I've been eating Maltesers, so I'm not exactly watching my weight at the minute, am I, with my Maltesers? Didn't eat my tea and then I'm eating Maltesers. Oh, I'm going to be going to bed any minute. Look at my eyes. Ugh. I can always tell when I'm tired. I look at myself in here and think, oh my God, you look rough. I start off full of the George of Spring. By the time it gets to this time, I'm like, oh God, you look rough. I look rough. Rough. Oh dear. I am tired. I'm not sleeping well at all, Munchkin. I'm dog tired. I get in bed and then I'm wide awake. And then I'm tossing and turning till about 3 o'clock. I've tried reading, I've tried listening to audio books, tried music. Yeah, well, you're not on your own, Sean. I'm going in a minute because it's nearly the witching hour. It's 5 minutes before, but still. Sure you'll all forgive me if I disappear. Because my eyes are going... By the time I've took my eye makeup off, I'll be asleep. I can do that. I can fall asleep in my recliner in front of the telly. And then that's it. Get in bed wide awake. Right, Munchkin. Thank you. Lydia, Sean, Chris. Who else is still left? I'm not too sure besides Munchkin and everybody. Lydia. Lizzie, whoever's left. I shall speak to you all next week. I'm going to go to bed. Lucky me. I'll be here next week unless I win the lottery. In that case, I don't know where I'll be. Okay, good night, everybody. Nighty night.